afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all people, all languages, all colors. No matter where you are on the face of this earth, may you have the best day, the most beautiful day. And for whatever goals that you have set forth for yourself on this day, may those goals come to fruition. Now, I haven't been on for a while because there's a few things that I've been, processing, but also, it's a move for the better. So it's not that I'm going backwards, I'm going forwards. But that's another story for another day. But I had to come here because I have to explain to those out there, and it's very, very few. And like I say, people of pure light, you're coming from all different walks of life. You're coming from all different types of belief systems. But there's one thing that we have in common. We speak the same language. And what I want to point you to is there's two possibilities. So this is like you preach. You say, to your viewers, you're staunch on what it is. Well, I'm staunch on this. And each one of us who possess pure light, we got a piece of a puzzle. And we have to put that puzzle together between us. We cannot sit back and well, we can, but light is going to bring us because our light is getting brighter, even though we're few people. We're few on the face of this earth. But however, there are many. And which ties back into what I'm talking about. There's two star systems which all beliefs, all religions point back to. Either the Pleiades or Sirius star systems, which we come from. We're a melting pot. And what I want to tell people of pure light is that this is the only place in this universe, this star system, where this takes place, which is the Big Bang. So when you talk about a Big Bang, I'm going to get deep, but a Big Bang is a Big Bang, a Big Bang, a Big Bang, a Big Bang. The universes are constantly repeating themselves, sending them off into a flat plane. So it ties into when you look at what science says about our universe, how they were able to take the microwave photo of our whole entire existence of our Big Bang. But they show you a circle. But if you turn that circle sideways, it's flat. And they agree with this. They say it's a flat plane, that it's a flat shot that shot out. Not a circle that spread it out in all different directions, but a flat sheet. So there's ties into everything that we've been learning from religion, what we've been learning from ancient history. But as we become conscious, we have to expand our minds. Because this is how people with pure light, are running this world right now. These are people who felt the same way as us, and they accepted the consciousness that opened up their minds to take them to where they are. But at some point, it was corrupted. And our light can become corrupted. And it's I want to talk to writers, a group of people who they do the content creators. So the faces we see on our content creators, we know now that they have groups. There's people that write along with them. So this message is to those, as well as the people who are the face. Because in order for you to say what you say, you have to believe in what it is that you're saying. And I'm not talking about all content creators, because I'd say I've watched it for maybe 7 years. I've watched YouTube, been loyal to it. But at the same time, I probably found maybe 4 people, maybe 5 people that possess true pure light. So this is thousands of videos that I've gone through. But that's why I say that we're few. And you're right. We constantly deal with the public, and you constantly deal with people who's going to take things in various types of ways. However, what I do want to say is it ties in with what I've always said is, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Whether this is a religious statement taken from the Bible, or whether it's a religious statement taken from prior writings, it remains true. Because one thing about pure light is nothing goes against nature. And as your consciousness grows, you're right, you do become disattached from everything that's around you. And the reason that you're doing this is because your vibration is taken over. So it's almost like the Matrix, where you're speaking to the world in code, and you're sending out these codes. So it's no longer you having a conversation, it's your complete being, because it's the universe that's having this conversation. So we have to understand that we're coming to a place, and we're coming to a time in pure light where we're being programmed by the programmers, by the ones who have given us this light. No one in the world, you have to think, billions and billions of people who have come and who have gone, very few have possessed this light. And this is why you have such a microscopic view of our true world history. Because pure light, these things have repeated themselves. So all religion is one. All ancient history, all history is one. It's just who's telling the story about who. Because sometimes a victor will turn around and take on a conquest that they lost 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and rewrite it. Now I want to get into present day with Pure Light. Pure Light was able to see when they showed the Will Smith and the slap that took place. We knew that this was staged. We knew that this is just another distraction by these programs that are running, these algorithms. And most people can't grasp that they're in this, nor could we. You know, most of us, speaking for myself personally, I came through it through suffering, trauma, devastation, violence, oppression, every kind of way that you can think, you know, to reach consciousness and to be awoken. But once I was awoken, you know, I understood, you know, humanity, and I no longer look, and this is the overall message which I'm going to bring to fruition and go. Um, Overall humanity, they're not responsible for what they're doing, because we have to say that we were once, you know, living this illusion, and then when we woke up, you know, we can't expect everyone to wake up with us. And some of that is, excuse me, the closest friends, excuse me, the closest friends, or the people within your own race. Because remember, when I spoke of the Pleiades and Ceres, those two star systems, you know, those people are diverse. But they had something that we don't, which is why we're here now. We have the capability of love, which is the frequency of all of the universe. It's not hate, it's not darkness. Darkness is constantly swallowing up all of the energy. But light has to exist, because each time darkness comes in and light reaches it, it causes a new Big Bang. So we have to realize, people with pure light, that we're more higher than what is upon this earth. And all humanity is a lot higher and a lot powerful than what's on this earth. We've existed before and we've existed after. So what we're trying to come into is not constant Big Bang, Big Bang, Bang, Big Bang. We're trying to come out into pure light, where everything is bliss, where everything is brought back and people can be who they want to be, and people can live the dreams that they want to live. Because there's no reason for money to exist upon this earth. Money is a corruption to everything that we see today. But it's also a tool to enslave the minds of those who just are unwilling to awaken, trying to hold on to this Big Bang. So this is a video to say, welcome back. Go back into my playlist, and I put this out for the writers. I put this out as well as to the content creators, to, you know, you can see where the process of my light came from, and you can see, you know, the things I spoke about. And the one key that I'll leave with all this is, look up the timelines of, that's very, very key to know that this is true, that what you're hearing is 100%. Listen to what I'm saying before time, and watch every event that takes place after. Because one thing with pure light is, once you're dealing with the universe, you see things. So when you talk about the dark stare that you see in people, and you talk about the flux that you feel in your light when people are present around you and situations you're in, now you understand where those things are leading you to. So, like I said, for us of pure light, we have to expand our minds. And, you know, the one thing that pure light is given in the way you reach constant consciousness, is that it's always pure. You have to want the best for all humanity. You cannot sit back and say one race is taken over all, because that does no good for anyone. And for atrocities that take place in the world, we can never sit back and say someone deserved that, or she deserved that, or he deserved that, or they deserve that. No one deserves any of what's taking place on this earth, because this is not what the Creator wanted for us. The Creator, oh, last thing, the Creator sent out a wave, or creators. There was a wave that was sent out, and that wave was love. So when this love was sent out, and it was pure light, there's impurities in pure light, because there's always doubt. No matter what creates what, there's always doubt. Something can go wrong. So it tells us that intelligence was the first creation. So intelligence was sent forth. But when intelligence comes, the composition of everything. So it's rolled the dice and it's sent out these dice, and with that dice came light and dark. And when light and dark began to spread out, it caused fire. But one element that doesn't have to be included in everything, and everything still can exist, and everything can still coalesce through magnetism, is fire. Fire could be cast out, because you can accomplish these things. Water with cold air turns into ice. So you know what I'm speaking. But uh, so as this wave goes out, you have this darkness, and this darkness is fire, which is corruption. Is what if something can go wrong. So if something can go wrong, something will go wrong. And we're going through this. And we can look back at the Vedas and everything else. I know I'm getting it kind of long, but I want you to understand that all is one. So you can go back to the Vedas, and the Vedas talk about these different cycles. And then it can come up, as well as in the Sumerians, they come up with these different cycles. You can go to the Aztecs. They come up with these different cycles. It's not to say that they were the predominant race or species upon this earth. No, all of these cultures were dominant species. So when you talk about these wars that they have encompassed in these history stories that you have, these are great wars. So these are great wars for the ones at that time, because they were of higher beings. It was harder to kill these people. So it wasn't like they walked in and they just slaughtered all these people. No, these people were conscious. They had these, they could use mind control. They could use manipulation. They can use everything is spoken of in the mystical realm. So it's almost like what you were seeing in these modern day superhero movies, where you're watching the villains and they're moving stuff and they're throwing stuff. This is what these people were able to do. So we have to understand that, we haven't even, as people of pure light, we haven't even scratched the surface of where we come from. But one thing that that is undeniable when you have reached pure light is that your position has been elevated. So you're going to go before those where you come from, because you're already existing in those places. I know I'm getting deep, but you've already existed in those places. And one of the things that they speak about is body transference, where you could be in a sarcophagus and your body transfers through a stargate, and through a stargate it goes to another goes to another planet or another place in the universe, and it becomes physical through an avatar, another body that is already awaiting you there. So this is why everything has already been mapped out. I don't even know if I should be going this far, but check it out for yourself. All you have to do is apply all sciences, apply everything that you learned to formulate a picture as a person of pure light, and give credence. Do not say that you have all the answers, because we don't. There is no human or living God that can say we are in a physical realm where we are reaching that God. We're only reaching the entities of what exists in this Big Bang. Going back to the Big Bang. But people up here, like, I had to come back. So I had to come back for multiple reasons. Number one is because I missed what I was doing. Number two is because I really feel that we are making a difference. People are waking up. But it was also the SOS to say that you're people of pure light. You're under attack. And when you get into these confrontations with people who make comments on your channel, you have to realize that this is that negative energy. This is that negative vibration. This is those beings. So when you go out to a store and someone's being negative, or if you make a comment on social media and you're getting this backlash, if you know in your heart that this is the right thing, meaning that nobody gets harmed in anything, what it is that you're preaching, then everything is positive. Don't do it. And remember, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And these people don't. And this is why the Legion, at that time, they said, you know, the two men had all these demons in them, and they said, you know, don't just destroy us before our time. You know, we haven't been judged. We know the time. Send us into these swine. So if they can just as easily go onto an animal, think about how these beings can just as easily enter you. So pure light is never saved, and pure light will strip you of everything. Where you're being brought from the bottom and you're being brought up. It doesn't mean poverty. It means internally. You're being brought from the bottom up, and you have to embrace everything that has ever happened in your life. And that's the main thing, because remember, we're here to learn, and once we accept it, we can understand it. So therefore, people of pure light, continue to send forth the message and continue to enlighten people. And I'm going to continue to push the message as well, because there's so many people who can't learn. You know, the thing is, everything boils down to choice. So with that, everyone, no matter where you are, glad to be back on the face of this earth. Not sorry I kept this too long, but my bad. But thank you so much, and have the most beautiful day. Have an awesome day. And with that, everyone, men, women, children, peace and